Alright, so let's start. The first thing when you trying to create a design inside the UHT designer is you need to think about how you want to structure your design, because the designer thinks in containers. You first have to split your design into boxes, yeah, into containers. And as you can see, this design here is structured vertically, sorry. So there's one line on top, then there's a complicated middle part and one other line on the bottom. So the first split would be a vertical one, so we create three separate parts. So now we're going to need to split the middle part into sections too. And as you can see, this is kind of a three column layout. So we have information here, we have something in the middle and on the right. So the next split would be like this. So we create three columns here. And now, since the middle column only contains this clock, I would say, we can leave it as it is. But the other parts here, we need to continue splitting. So we can go ahead and split those main areas with this information here, the information on the bottom and the middle part on both sides. And since we want to create here some kind of labels over the values here, we need to split those two because we only can style one part of the text. So in the end, we will have a structure that looks kind of like this, where each information is inside its own container, so we can style it independently, and all the containers are kind of structured in this way. So that's basically it. So let's switch to the designer and try to create this layout inside it. Okay, so this is the designer interface when you open it and it's empty. And we will go ahead and do what we set out to do, and first create the split like this. So we basically split the design into three parts. This is part 1, part 2, and we add another part here. So we have three parts, just like we wanted. And now we need to split the middle part into three horizontal segments. So we're going to split it here, the middle one, and add another container here. So as you can see, it already takes kind of the shape of this. So we'll continue and split the left and the right container also into three parts. So we're going to split this one here into three parts. We're going to split this one here into three parts. And now we're going to do the final splitting. So we need to split the upper one into three horizontal and then into two vertical containers. So let's go ahead. We will first go here and split it this way, and then each of those containers we will gonna split one more time vertically. I know it looks a bit complicated right now, but trust me, it's gonna get very easy in a moment. Alright, at the bottom we only have two parts here, so let's go and split it here also, just like we did on the top. The middle part here has also two sections, one with a picture inside it and one with the price pool information. So let's go and split it here too. And now let's see what we can do on the other side. Here again we have one vertical split, so we will create one vertical split on this side. The middle part has also two sections. We're going to split it too. And now the bottom part has also two sections, so we're going to split this one here too. So now we have created all the containers that we need to hold our information. So let's go and assign some components to these containers. Let's start on the top where we have our tournament title. Well, that's easy. We're going to just click Add Component, and go to tournament information and select tournament name. And as you can see right now, we will get a dummy tournament name, and this is basically this default configuration of the designer tournament. So just so we have some values to play around with, there is some basic informations here. Since we don't want to hard code a name here, we could of course take it and write our own name here or something like this, no? and hard code it, but then every time you use your design you would always end up using this name. But of course you want always to take the name which you configured in your tournament configuration. So we're going to work with the placeholders here. We will see much more of this in a moment. So this is our tournament name. All right, we got this one here. We got on the bottom here, there is some text information here with some data which shows early entry until the end of level 10. So this is the final entry level, and some other information here. So let's try to copy this. We're going to go ahead and add a text component so we can enter a text here. And what does it say? It says entry until the end of level 10. So instead of just hard coding level 10 here, we're going to also work with a placeholder. So we're going to find the placeholder with the entry final re-entry level. So we're going to click on it and it will be copied to the clipboard, and we can just paste it here. And when we save, you will see that it will show the currently configured final re-entry level. And inside of this dummy configuration here, it's just level 3. But it will, of course, show your configured level later when you actually use this design. So after that, it says day 1 will end at completion of level 10. So it's just basically the same information again. And then there's some time estimation. So we're going to just leave it like this. So we have some text at the bottom, and as you can see, it already starts to shape up. Okay, so we have the easy parts covered here with our text and our title. Let's go ahead and create this part here. So we have a few captions. The one is players, entries, and inclusive re-entries. So let's go ahead and add some text here. It was the players that are currently still in the tournament. We have here a text component for, what was this? Entries. And one for inclusive re-entries. Don't worry about all this stuff taking so much space on the screen. This is just for the designer, so you can see where the boundaries of each container are. We can always go ahead and click on this eye preview button here to see how the design actually looks like. And if we right now select this button, this will look something like this. Of course, this is not what we want, but at this moment we don't have configured anything else. So let's just continue. So for the player information, we want, of course, to show the players left. So we can use this shortcut here, and as we can see here, we have 5 entries, and players left should be updated here to 3 right now. Okay. Our entries is player information is how many entrants there were, and of course the re-entries is the information